money was paid to go see it live, but seeing it live is another experience.
It's such a different feel.
It's a different feeling. And y'all both had the privilege to go to WrestleMania. Holy shit. So the way it's the first thing we're getting into. The feeling, the story, the first thought when you first thought, hey, I'm going to go to WrestleMania. It's set in stone. We're going to go. The ticket is paid for. And we'll flip a coin. Heads or tails, who will go first?
I say tails.
Tails.
I'll get heads.
Heads. Tails.
All right.
Leroy,
Dang.
you go first. The experience, like, what happened? What was the idea? What happened? And then how was the ticket bought? And go from there.
We had to go a few years back, actually.
Yeah.
Where Mania was obviously in Arlington.
Yeah.
Arlington, not Dallas.
32. It was at Mania 32, actually. Yeah.
And I wanted to go to that one, and then my dad was like, "There's gotta be. We could go to another Mania some other time." Dang, that's kind of rough. But I get it.
You get it. Yeah, it's understandable.
And I was like, "Ma, they won't have another Mania for 10, 15 years because there's so many cities to visit."
Yeah.
And then I heard Mania is coming to Dallas. Well, not Dallas, Arlington. I was like, I guess I hate when people say Dallas. It's Arlington.
Yeah.
But you know, Dallas gets the clicks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is the chance. And I told my dad, yeah, I still ask my dad for money for events.
Yeah. Fair.
He's like, oh, I'll buy you the tickets for Mania. I was like, hell yeah.
Ooh. And was he going with you? Of
Nah,
course.
I went with my brother.
Oh, really? He didn't even go?
Nah, he was busy with other things.
Oh, I see. So you went with your brother, and then what was it like when y'all first got there? When y'all first walked up to the place? You sent me a snap, actually, or a picture of the outside part of Mania, and I saw the front plate of the world title or the universal title. You know, they're both the same plate, but I saw that logo, and I was like, whoa.
Especially with Cowboy Stadium.
Cowboy Stadium being very nice and very big, to say the least.
It's Cowboy Stadium. It was like the first $1 billion stadium in the NFL, I think.
I remember visiting it when it first opened, when I was a kid.
You were like 10, weren't you?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
That was a long
time ago.
There's somewhere, video footage of me, like, with a little video camera. Not this one, like something like along the lines was smaller, and I recorded, a little pre-game stuff they had or whatever for my birthday. It was cool.
Sorry for the extra noise. We're not sponsored by this water brand.
Yeah, we're not. That's why I took all the labels off the water bottles.
My bad. I should have done that earlier.
Damn. So, before we get into the actual show, Chonchito, tell me, what was your experience when the idea popped up, I'm going to WrestleMania?
Well,
and who did you go with?
I went with my brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
My brother,
right.
his wife, my sister-in-law, and 2 of my nephews.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you went with a lot of people.
Yeah, so it was kind of a confusing deal because we weren't thinking at all about going, and we waited till I'd say 2 weeks prior before Mania started.
Oh,
to where we got tickets.
When did you get it?
I was about to say a month before.
A month. So you're 2 weeks. Wow.
I was 2 weeks prior before the show started to where we got tickets, but the plan was it was gonna be my sister with my 2 nephews and then my brother and his wife.
Wow. So it's 5.
Yeah, so it was gonna be them. But for some reason, my sister didn't feel like going, and that she's not into WWE like that, like I was. So she was gonna give the ticket to my dad because my dad's a real big WWE fan. He's been following it since the Attitude Era.
Oh dang!
So even before that, he knew I forgot the older wrestlers, but he knew before. He's a big wrestling fan. He even watched Ring of Honor.
Did he know the Von Erichs? Because Texas is mostly known for that. In the old days, when I started watching wrestling, my parents or whoever in the family would be like, "Oh, the Von Erichs, Von Erichs." They would say it because they're like the hometown boys for us because Texas.
Yeah, he was a bigger fan. He was a fan ever since they started doing it here at the convention center when they had shows there.
There you go.
So that him and my mom, my brother, they'll go and everything. But so the ticket was gonna be passed on to my dad, but my dad had a new job and he had to work on Saturdays and Sundays.
Saturday and Sunday.
So I'm like. So it was kind of a bittersweet deal because that's when my chance came up. I was kind of the third string option.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. Okay. But you know, it was cool because you know, I wasn't really into it anymore because of the whole PG deal.
Yeah.
But after that, you know, I heard about it and I'm like, he's like, hey, you want to go? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
Mania.
Yeah, it's Mania.
You can't deny that.
Yeah, and then like you said, back when 32 was here, I wanted to go because I really wanted to see the Undertaker like fight. He was my favorite. He was my favorite wrestler.
And that was the
Damn,
Hell
we have
in a
similar
Cell
stories.
match.
We both wanted to go to.
I wanted to go in 32, but my brother, he barely found tickets for 2, so it was him. He's a bigger wrestling fan than I am, and my sister-in-law went. So they went, and then after that, they came back. We heard they came back again, so we got the tickets 2 weeks prior, and they're like, hey, you want to go? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to go. But the WrestleMania feeling, that the excitement didn't hit me until we got there.
Damn.
Inside the stadium or outside the stadium?
Outside the stadium. As soon as we parked in the parking lot, and I seen like the banner in front of the stadium, you know how they had like Roman Reigns or Brock facing each other. That's when they started to hit me. It's like, oh damn.
How early did you arrive?
I think the show. What time the show starts? 6, right?
No,
6
7.
o'clock? 7. So I showed up like around 3:45.
Same. And the line was so long. At
Yeah, the line, dude.
Did y'all have WrestleMania access?
No.
Ooh.
We just got regular general admission tickets.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But dude, it was cool. And then as soon as I saw the banner, I was excited. I was ecstatic, bro.
Yes.
I was like, hell yeah! Like I was so happy to the point where like I couldn't even like talk. It hits you, and then like when you see the rest of like the wrestling fans there with you. Dude, I shit you not. Wrestling fans are the best fans.
Yeah.
The energy they give out.
They give out different. They're a different kind.
Like, energy, dude. And so we went there, and yeah, I mean.
Did you hear the Ric Flair? Woo!
Yeah, dude.
Woo!
It's all of a sudden like you just walking right, and then they didn't open doors until like maybe like 4:45.
The line slightly advances, and everyone.
Yeah.
Woo!
And then people, you hear people go woo, and then it's woo, and then woo, and then the whole like people, all the people are yelling it. But it was cool because when we walked into the Miller Draft House location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's when they had people like waiting for doors to open. And that was like the best part too because everybody's all amped up to get in.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's when it started to hit me a lot more. It was like, all right, I'm at Mania now. Like this is badass.
Damn it.
That tops the Money in the Bank event that I went to.
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
and I went to Hell in a Cell a few years ago, and you can't.
Yeah, you can't. It tops all of them. It tops all of it.
It tops all of it.
People from everywhere.
I heard people that had like I don't know if it was an Australian or an English accent, but there was people from outside the continent.
Yeah.
People from New York. A lot of
people
search from Cali.
Yeah, people would fly in, and I guess it has so many like flights from other states into Dallas.
Yeah.
That people didn't get a chance to book their flights, so
Damn.
they would book to the nearest city. Some guy that we talked to. I think he said he was from Jacksonville. He flew in from some other country. I forgot what it was. Excuse me, but he flew into Jacksonville and he drove from Jacksonville all the way here.
Damn it!
So it's like the what's it called? The effort that
The
people put in
effort
just to
people
get there.
will
And then we're just driving like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
To like make us like, dang, we're pretty privileged to have it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes you really. It's very convenient for us.
Yeah.
And it makes other people think, why the fuck wouldn't you want to go?
Yeah.
And there's people that they traveled all the way like from like I saw someone from
other
Amarillo.
countries. Yeah, other
and then
places.
it's like, oh, I assume you're saying 2 nights because
And then and it's dumb luck that they come twice within 5 years. They come twice to the same location.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like I seen it in Louisiana, like when they went to the Superdome, because I know they went twice to the Superdome, but I never would have thought that they would have came twice to Arlington.
it's because the crowd they gave last time
Yeah.
probably was an incentive, and maybe Texas had the least amount of the least chance to get more COVID restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Texas was a safe bet for them.
It was a safe bet. And to be fair on what Chonchito was saying, I think those first shows prompted them to come to revisit because the first time they had it in Louisiana was Mania 30.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that one. The Undertaker's streak was broken.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan from the first match against Triple H. Man, Triple H is now retired, guys. Think about that.
Oh, that's
crazy.
rough.
You got to see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I only saw him like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Crazy at a Raw event. The go home show before SummerSlam 2012.
Did he have his long hair or did he cut it?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, that's really
Yeah, that
cool.
was like
that was prime Triple H right there.
that was right before he cut it off and started doing another part of his character.
Yeah.
You know, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. But now, man, it was a crazy feeling showing up. Like just being there, being with the energy of people. It's actually pretty stupendous, like badass. Like it's badass.
And I expected less people because it was
I
because
did
it was
too.
2 nights.
I did too. Yeah,
A big stadium.
Yeah,
I was like, there's not gonna. It's not even gonna be full capacity. Well, not. It didn't reach full capacity, but
yeah, but
it looked full.
And each show looked bigger. Like, man, after 30, 32, man, that was a good show. And then the second time they came to New Orleans, it looked bigger. Then this time, the second time they came back to Arlington,
they got big.
Remember,
compared to 32, whoa.
Remember when I was messaging you about it? Like, I think the attendance is around 70K to 80K, and then I got it right.
I like the stage a little more from this WrestleMania than 32, actually, the last time they came to Arlington, to be fair.
The 32 one, it looked more like everywhere.
Yeah.
But this one looked a lot more organized and everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put 30 over the other one they did in Louisiana. I like the Louisiana theme, but I think that was the last time they used the numbers, you know, they used the Roman numerals. Yeah. Because then Mania 31, they had the play button, and that was because of the network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But going right into